In this video, I'm going to show you how you can go from text to building an AI bank statement converter in under 30 minutes. I'm going to show you how you can plan out your entire app build, getting AI to figure out all the tech that's needed for your app, describing each of the features you want in your app, and getting AI to create detailed information on the user journeys and workflows for each of your features. So you don't have to write anything or plan anything yourself. Then I'm going to show you how with a click of a button you can actually generate requirement docs or detailed technical prompts for each of your features that you can just download and give directly to the AI, creating us a detailed load of documentation on exactly what it is that we're building, all of the features and the technical details on how to build all of them. So you don't need to plan any of this out, you don't need to learn any of the tech, you can give it all to the AI at once and it will one-shot your app build for you without having to have any technical experience or infinite AI loops. I'm then going to show you how to deploy your app on Vercel so it's working on its own domain. So let's do a demonstration of the app that you're going to build if you watch this full tutorial. So we're going to build a bank statement converter where you can upload any PDF file of a bank statement and it will convert it into a CSV file that you can edit and download. So I've gone ahead and I found this sample bank statement here. We're going to go into our app and we're just going to upload that bank statement. And it's going to automatically convert this into a CSV for us. And in just a couple of seconds, we have a fully functioning CSV editable file. So let's just see if this worked. On this first row, we have the 1st of February. We have a card payment for the High Street petrol station for £24.50 with a final balance of £39,975. If we come into our app, we can see 1st of February, High Street petrol station, £24.50, £39,975. Now, when we're happy with the data, we can just click on download a CSV and open it up. And just like that, we have the bank statement downloaded. So now I'm going to show you exactly how to build this yourself. Okay, so let's get started. As with every build, we need to have a project plan in order for us to be able to build this correctly. So we're going to go into our CodeSpring account and we're going to create a new project and we're going to call this bank statement converter. And I've already gone ahead and planned out what this app is going to have just to speed things up a little bit. So I'll run you through this here. So we're going to have a bank statement converter. We're going to have a simple web app that turns messy PDF bank statements into clean CSVs, and we're going to use AI to do this. So we're going to have some basic features when we're getting started, and every MVP you build should always just have like a handful of basic little features. So first of all, we want to be able to upload a bank statement. We're going to be able to extract the raw text from the PDF on the front end. Then also we want to send that to OpenAI and we're going to convert it into a structured CSV, and then we want to display the CSV result in some sort of table if we can, and then we want to be able to download it and then obviously clear the upload. And I've already started to describe a little bit about the UI style. So what we're going to do now is actually we're just going to leave a little note at the bottom, and in this video we're going to say we are not including a database. If you would like to see a database video, then let me know in the comments and we will do one. So we're just going to click on generate with AI. So what CodeSpring's doing is just figuring out how to actually build this app without us having to do any of the hard work. And you can see it's already read the CodeSpring boilerplate and it's using that to design the app build. And just like that, CodeSpring has figured out all of the tech that's needed in order to get our app actually built, and it's designed all of the individual features with detailed descriptions on how they work. So what is it we're actually looking at right now? Well, what CodeSpring has done is it's taken our initial idea and it's done all of the hard work for us, and it's created a full detailed plan on what our features are and how to build them. So obviously we're going to be able to upload a bank statement, we need to be able to extract the raw text, we're going to have some sort of AI conversion to CSV, and also we want to be able to display it and download and reset our session. Now, as you can see, of each of these features, we actually have detailed notes on the overview and purpose of the feature plus the user journey. So what I'm going to do is just walk through a couple of these and see if there's any adjustments we need to make. So first of all, this feature allows users to upload a PDF or image-based bank statement to the app. So I'm just going to say here, in this case, we're not uploading and saving to a database. So the user journey, when a user drags and drops or selects a file from their computer, they're going to see a preview and file name and confirm upload. What else have we got? We've also got the extract the raw text So this feature extracts raw text from uploaded bank statement PDFs. After the file is uploaded, the system processes the PDF and provides feedback when extraction is complete. So this is actually a very good point, because we hadn't thought about this. When we just upload a PDF file, we can't just send that PDF file directly to OpenAI. We need to be able to extract the text first. So let's have a look over here and see if it's come up with a plan. So it's got PDF lib to parse the PDF and extract the text. That's a piece of tech that we could use in order to get this done. And this is something that we hadn't thought of, that CodeSpring has thought of this step in between, and it's figured out the tech on how to actually do this for us, which is really cool. So you can see how CodeSpring is starting to plan out the journey. Now, just for the sake of this video, what we're going to do is speed this up a little bit, and we're going to take it for a fact that all of these notes are correct, and there's nothing else that we need to add to it. Typically, if it's your CodeSpring account, and if you would like to grab a CodeSpring subscription, the link is down below in the description, then I would spend a little bit more time planning these out. But what we can do now to speed up the build is directly in the course section, we can come to Assets, and let's get started building. So we're going to copy the CodeSpring boilerplate, and we're going to head over into Cursor. So I have an app builds folder on my computer. This is where all the apps that I build go. So we're just going to do git clone, and we're going to paste this URL in here, and we're just going to click on enter. Then what we're going to do is just open up that specific folder for our app, and you can see we have a lot of the stuff already written for us. So we've got all of the actions, we've got the app folder, so we've got the APIs, we've got the dashboard, we've already got a load of components and UI already created for our app, plus we've got a load of prompts, and the database stuff has already been set up as well. So you get access to all of this inside the CodeSpring boilerplate. What we're going to do now is open up a new terminal and just do npm install. Now, while that's installing, we're going to come back to CodeSpring, and we're going to come back into our dashboard. So what we're going to do to speed up this process is, typically we would have to now go into Cursor and actually prompt it and tell it to build these individual features. But because we're vibe coders, we're going to use CodeSpring and make this much easier. So for each one of these features, we're going to generate what's called a product requirement doc. So a product requirement doc is basically a detailed prompt that explains how to build our app. And you can see here, it's come up with a detailed plan on how to build each individual feature. So it's given us a plan on how to upload the bank statement, and we've got the user stories and the requirements. So as a user, I want to upload my bank statement. As a user, I want to be able to see a preview. As a user, I want to be notified if upload fails. Acceptance criteria, we've got technical implementation. Then we've said this database we're not using a database at the moment. It's thought about the actual server actions. If you don't know what those are basically where the features are within the app. And you can actually see inside the context the actual tech stack that it's using to figure out how to build this, plus the notes and the training data that it's used in order to create this requirement doc, which are linked, you can see here, to the specific features. So this note here has been used from this feature here to train this requirement doc here. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to actually generate a requirement doc for all of our features. So we're going to drag that out there. We're going to come to this feature here, generate a requirement doc for this one. We're going to come to generate a requirement doc for this one. You can see just how quick and easy this is. And then we're going to generate a requirement doc for this one. So we now have multiple requirement docs generated and ready to go for us to explain how our app works. So we've got one that explains how the upload bank statement feature works. We've got one that explains how we're going to actually extract the raw text. And if we come into here, it should explain how to use the PDF lib library as well. So let's just read through this and see if we can figure this out. So this feature extracts raw text from uploaded bank statement PDFs. It's the first step in converting bank statements into structured CSV format. After the user uploads a PDF file, the system processes the document. And then let's have a look at technical implementation. We're not using a database in this feature, API endpoints and server actions. It's explaining how to build it. Really cool. So we've got all of that done. Dependencies and integrations. We've got PDF lib in there. AI conversion to CSV. Then we've also got one for displaying and editing the CSV. We've also got one now which is working for downloading and resetting our session. So now we have basically got a detailed prompt on how to build each of these features. So we're just going to save this project now. But how cool is that? Now we can basically just download each of these and get ready to start building our app. But before we do, we're going to click on this Generate PRD button here. And what this is going to do is create us a full background project document that explains just in general what it is that we're trying to build. And while that's creating, we're just going to click on the download button for each of these requirement docs here. So we're going to download the AI conversion. we're going to download the CSV display and edit, and we're going to download the download and reset session. So if we come into our downloads folder, you can see we now have these 5 files that explain how to build all the individual features. It's got all of the tech that's needed, and all of these are trained on the boilerplate that we have just installed with our CodeSpring subscription. So what you're going to do now is come into the PRD section of the app, and this may be different when you're using it, and we're going to go to bank statement converter, and we're actually just going to copy all of the text here, because this is going to give the AI an overview of the project that we're trying to build. So let's come back into Cursor, and we're going to come into our navigation panel, and we're going to create a new folder called PRD. We're going to go into our Finder, and we're just literally going to drag all of these folders and dump them in there. And straight away, we now have all the context and all the instructions on how to build our app. And now we're going to do another one, create a new folder and call it Project Overview.md. And we're going to paste in here what we just copied from here. So now we have 6 product requirement docs explaining exactly what features we want in our app and how we want to build them. So how do we actually get this app working? Well, we're just going to come into the terminal, and we're going to do npm run dev. And what this is going to do is open up a localhost 3000 URL for our current template app. So inside CodeSpring, this full boilerplate here, and by the way, there's a load of courses inside CodeSpring that's going to show you how to get set up with all the tools, and there's a full deep dive tutorial on how to build your first note-taker app, and you get the source code for that app as well. But this boilerplate basically has everything set up that we already need. So we've already got a website pre-built, we've got user login and user accounts already created, and if we go to the dashboard in our app, you can see we already have everything ready to go. We've got different pages for our app. Now, obviously, the app that we're building here is all going to be in this URL here. We've got the ability to upgrade plans and obviously log in and log out of our account. All of this comes within the CodeSpring subscription. Now, at the moment, if you'd like to grab a CodeSpring subscription, the link is down below. It's £59 a month as of filming this video, but as we add new features, and we are also rewarding our early adopters. So it's currently £59 a month for the first 100 users, and the price will steadily increase from there. So depending on when you're watching this video, I would go ahead and grab a subscription and lock in that price. What we're going to do now is, because we've got the full template ready to go, all we need to do is tell an AI to build it for us. So we're actually going to use Claude Code to do this. Now, I did a video on this channel on how to actually use Claude Code in a previous video, but it's basically the same as if we were to use Cursor. So we're just going to come into the terminal, and we're going to write Claude, and we're just going to hit enter. And what it's going to do is open up Claude Code, which is basically just a terminal-based builder. And all we're going to do here is we're going to say, please build me this app. Do not set up databases. And also what we're going to do is, inside our CodeSpring, is we're going to ask Cursor if it can figure out the PDF lib library. Or we need to use an OCR tool. And that's just basically, OCR is a type of tech that you can use to extract text from PDF files. I've never actually used a PDF lib library before, so we're going to see how it does in this. And then all we're going to do is literally just tag the individual files. So we're going to go project overview. We're going to tag PRD, upload bank statement, extract raw text. And each of these files here are going to explain all the stuff we want in our app. So we've done AI conversion. Now we're going to do CSV display and edit. And we're also going to do download and reset session. And then we're just going to come back into our template. We're going to copy this URL here. And we're going to say we want all of this to be displayed in this page here. And we're just going to let that go. So you can see here is Claude has actually figured out a plan on how to build the bank statement converter. So this is a really cool reason to use something like CodeSpring, because all of this time has now been saved. We would have had to before write all of this information down ourselves, but now, because we've just given it all to the AI, we can literally just say, yes, go ahead and build this, and auto accept all of the edits. And it's going to use all of the detailed information in each of these files to explain what it is we're trying to build, and then actually build the entire thing for us. And because CodeSpring figures out the features to build, and all of these requirement docs are based off the boilerplate inside CodeSpring, it means every single piece of tech, every single feature that we're building are all going to be interconnected. They're all going to work straight out of the gate, and there shouldn't be that many bugs for us to deal with. So you can see here, it's actually created a full plan, so it's going to just go through and do all of these tasks. So we're going to use some editing amazing magic and skip forward once all of this is done, and I'm going to show you the final result. So what it actually does every now and again is it'll come up and it'll say, do you want to go ahead and install these things? So install PDF, Parse, Tesseract, and OpenAI. We're going to go ahead and say yes. Let's go ahead and do this, and don't ask me again. So we literally just need to sit here and press the enter button while it goes ahead and codes everything for us. You can see it's now actually creating the individual files for the UI. So we've got bank statement and upload, and it's now going to create a file for the upload component for this app. And it's just going to continue that process as we go through, because each of these documents here explain what it is that we want to build, but also if we scroll down, it's also described the components that we want. So we've got extract text, we've got loading animation, in this one the AI convert to CSV, we've got AI conversion button and AI conversion status. In this one here, we've got the CSV table, CSV row, we've got the table cells, and it's all organized as well by individual features. So all of these different components are all in different folders. And if you don't know what these components are, I'll show you once they've all been built. But you can basically see gradually the AI is going to start building and creating all of these areas to get our app working. And it just makes it so much easier to do, because now we have an organized structure to our files. We know what each of these folders and what each of these files are going to do. So if any bugs do come up, we can instantly tag individual files, and the AI has full context on our entire codebase and project structure. So now it's created those bank statements, it's going to move forward to the extract text. Okay, so we are moving forwards pretty quickly. We've got the bank statement folder in here. We've got multiple files inside each of these folders. I haven't yet actually run this app, so I have no idea if this is going to work straight off the bat. So what we're going to do is just actually clear the terminal. We're going to rerun the app just to make sure we're launching the version straight away to see if there's any bugs. It should clear all of them out from that build. And now if we click on this, it should open up our template app. So we're going to go onto the dashboard, and hopefully what we should see is an area to upload our bank statement. And there we go, we already have that built. So now what we need to do in order to test this is actually go ahead and find a sample bank statement. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I found this bank statement here. So we're going to see if this works. Now the one thing I think we're going to struggle with is if this will actually convert the text. So you can see we're uploading the bank statement here. This should say, okay, we've got some unexpected tokens, invalid JSON. So what we're going to do is now start the debugging phase. So we're going to copy this, we're going to come back into our Claude code, and we're going to paste it in here. And we're just going to copy any other errors that we may have got, and we're going to paste that in here. Now, when we come into our CodeSpring account, this is really cool because we have all of the information on what it is that we're trying to do. So the upload bank statement is this file here, so the extract raw text. So we want to go ahead and come into here and just do PRD and actually tag that file. So PRD, we're going to go for the extract raw text. And then we're just going to send that through, and it should be able to fix that error for us pretty quickly because of that product requirement doc. If we look at this, it has all of the information on exactly what it is that we're trying to build. And this is one of the useful things of using a CodeSpring subscription. Like I say, the link is down below if you would like to grab access. But we can build rapidly. Like, look how quickly we've been able to build something like this without really having to do any work ourselves. And when we do run into bugs, we have all of the information and all the technical context on how to actually fix that bug or how that feature should be built, which makes it so much easier to build. Okay, so we ran through that error there, and we are running into a new error. And the reason this is happening is because if we come up into CodeSpring, it's decided to use PDF-lib as the library to pass the extract the text from the PDF. And now I explained earlier there is a possibility this will not work. So what we're going to do is, just to make this easier, we're going to use something called OCR space to extract the text. We're going to click on accept on that, and we're going to come down to the extract raw text, and we're just going to come over to here, and I'm going to show you a new feature inside CodeSpring, which is really cool. So we are going to actually update the detailed text here. We're going to say we are going to use the OCR space API to extract the text from our PDF. And then what we're going to do is, on the OCR space website, we can actually come to their API. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to copy all of this stuff here. We're literally just going to copy this entire thing here. And we're going to come back into our CodeSpring account, and we're just going to paste this in here. At the top, we're just going to type in here, we're going to explain we are uploading a PDF file, so want to use their PDF to text extraction. And then we're going to save that. And what we're going to do now is we're actually going to let CodeSpring figure out exactly how to build this for us. And once we've saved this, we've got obviously this requirement doc here, which is trained on the previous information. If we click this button here, what it will do is actually retrain this requirement doc with that updated knowledge and that updated context. So we're just going to go ahead and retrain that now. It'll only take a couple of seconds. We're then going to come back into our project, and now this extract raw text, we're just going to accept all of that and delete it. And you can see here we've now got the new requirement doc that's been generated. If we come to context, it should now explain that we're going to be using OCR space as the tech for this. Hopefully there will be some detailed descriptions in here on how to actually build it. So we're going to go ahead and actually, instead of downloading it, we're just going to copy the text and we're going to paste it into this folder here, come back to Claude Code, and we're going to say we have updated the PDF to text extractor to use OCR space. And then we're going to do PRD, and we're going to click on the extract raw text, and we're just going to send that one through. And if you want to actually use OCR space, it's actually incredibly easy to do. They've got a free API. All you need to do is click on get your free API key here, fill out this form, and they will send you an email with your API key. And this is one of the really cool things about using CodeSpring. And I'm going to be adding some new features so we can actually discuss or maybe come up with various options for tech that's used to make it a little bit easier if things don't work. You can just swap between options and make it a little bit easier to figure out if you're a complete beginner. But again, if we were to update that, or if there were some errors happening, we had to do all of that manually, we would have to rewrite all of this stuff manually, and it would be a massive headache to get that done. So what we're doing now is just uninstalling that PDF lib that we were using before that just wasn't working, which we already knew was probably a high chance of it not working. So what we need to do now is update our environment variables file. So we're just going to paste OCR API key in there, and we're going to put in the API key that they send us when we register, which I'm not going to show you guys. So hopefully now what's going to happen is when we upload our PDF into here, it should convert it into CSV format. So it's going to use AI to extract the text structure, and literally just like that, our app is working. We have already extracted that PDF directly into a CSV. The only thing that we had to fix was updating the tech inside here and actually using OCR space to extract the text. How cool is that? So let's just download that as a CSV file. We can open that up straight away and we can see what this looks like. And look at that, we have a CSV file. So let's just compare that to the original PDF file that we have and see if this is correct. So we have a row for the 1st of February. We have card payment, high petrol station, £24.50. We've got 1st of February, high petrol station, £24.50. 39,975, 39,975. Also, we've got another one. We have the direct debit, £20, £39,955.50, £39,955.50. How cool is that? Literally worked straight off the bat. And if we don't like this, we can just edit one of the rows in this file. We can just click on tick and download the CSV file, and that should have the new up-to-date version with that edited column and row. So literally just like that, we have now built our first app just by using CodeSpring to create all of those requirement docs and just pasting them in and getting AI to code the entire thing for us. Incredibly simple and incredibly easy to build. But now what we're going to do is actually head over to GitHub. We're going to create a new repository, and if you haven't created a GitHub account, go ahead and do that now. I'm not going to show you how to do that in this video. We're going to set it to private. We're going to create the repository, and we're just going to copy this here. We're just going to say unlink this code base from the old repo and link it to the new one. And basically what this is going to do is it's going to mean we can actually deploy our app. So if we go to Vercel.com, we can actually add a new project. And you can see we actually have the bank statement converter from our GitHub. So if you haven't created a Vercel account, go to Vercel.com and create a new account using GitHub. And what it will do is it will automatically pull the code base directly from GitHub to actually deploy it. It's really simple to do. So we're just going to go ahead and let the AI go ahead and update all of that for us. And what we should see in a minute is we refresh this page and all of the code from our computer should be in here, which makes deploying incredibly easy. So finally, the only last thing left to do is come back to our Vercel account, and we're going to go ahead and actually import this file here. Now, you would have to go ahead and put in your environment variables. I'm not going to show you how to do that in this video. If you want to learn how to actually fully deploy your own app and actually all of the extra details about databases, all of that stuff is within the course here. We have a full course showing you how to actually build an app and actually deploy that app, getting the databases set up, and a whole load of extra bits and pieces that you may be missing in this video. So if you grab a CodeSpring subscription, the link is obviously down below in the description, but we're going to show you exactly how to do all of that stuff. But you would paste in your environment variables in here, and then all you need to do is click on deploy, and hopefully this app should basically deploy pretty much straight away. And just like that, our app has been deployed. So we're just going to go back to the dashboard, and you can see here we have a bank statement converter Vercel app URL. If we click that, directly it will take us to our website. Now obviously this is just the template website that you get inside the CodeSpring boilerplate. I haven't gone into detail, I haven't actually edited or updated the website. It's really easy to do. You could actually create a document on how to do it using CodeSpring. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little tutorial on how to build an AI bank statement converter, turning a PDF into a CSV file. It was such an incredible video to film. If you guys have any other ideas of tutorials or videos you'd like to see using CodeSpring, leave any ideas down below in the description. If you would like to grab a CodeSpring subscription, you can plan out as many different projects as you want just by describing them to the AI. The AI will go ahead and plan out your build for you, figure out all of the tech on how to do it, describing user journeys and how to actually build your app. And then you can create requirement docs for each of these features in one click, meaning you do not have to write out all of this stuff yourself. You just download it, give it to the AI, and as you can see, it basically one-shotted that entire app build for us. The other thing we can do as well is actually, I forgot to show you this, but if we come into the progress board inside CodeSpring, we can actually put each of these individual features into a progress board for us to actually follow, and as we're doing them we can just drag them into in progress and obviously in completed, so it's much easier for us to keep track of all the different things we're building and what we've got left to build. And if you click in these as well, you can actually see the requirement docs that you've generated, so you can instantly copy them from here. You can see any notes that you took on this and also a whole load of to-do lists that you can check off as well. They make it so much easier to keep up to date with your project and make sure you haven't missed anything. So if you're working on multiple projects at a time, you can just pick up from where you left off. It's really easy to plan. And as you can see inside the CodeSpring, if you grab a subscription today, the link is down below in the description, you have multiple courses showing you how to get set up, which tools you need to use, how to set up Cursor, how to set up Supabase for databases using things like GitHub, making sure it's linked, and how to create your Vercel account. We have courses showing you how to actually understand Cursor and use the entire tool. So if you're confused about that or anything I've showed you in Cursor in this video, then this course here is going to help you with that. There's a full course showing you what the boilerplate is, how to download it, and how to get the whole thing set up. And there's a full course showing you how to build your very own app. You're going to build your very own note-taker app, planning everything out inside CodeSpring, setting up user accounts, building the databases, creating navigation areas, actually linking it to GitHub, getting the database set up, and getting your whole app deployed on its own URL. Really exciting. And then we've got a load of other courses in here as well. Plus you get access to the CodeSpring boilerplate as well, which as you can see has saved us a huge amount of time. And as an added bonus inside CodeSpring, we also have automated marketing as well. So once your app has actually been built, we can just select our project, run some market research, select any type of style that we want, and actually generate carousels to post instantly onto TikTok and Instagram to start marketing our product. We can adjust things like font sizes and positions and customize this whichever way that we want, guys. So if you would like to grab a CodeSpring subscription, the link is down below in the description. You guys have been absolutely awesome. I will see you in the next video.